kids. Welcome to another sentence to symbol parsing lesson on adjectives. This one is the numeral adjective. So let's get right down to it. So, adjective definition. An adjective modifies or describes a noun or pronoun. And the numeral adjective is a special adjective that tells us how many there are of something. There are three kinds of numeral adjectives. There is the cardinal numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. The ordinal numbers, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, etc. And the multiplicative numbers, single, double, triple, quadruple, etc. Be careful, however, indefinite adjectives like few, several, and each are not numeral adjectives because they are not specific. Numeral adjectives are defined by being specific. In fact, there's a subset of indefinite adjectives that are indefinite numeral adjectives, but we're not going in that depth. Let's stick to the basics with the numeral adjectives that are very specific about numbers, how many there are of something. Okay, so our symbol for the numeral adjective is the adjective symbol, and the adjective symbol here you see one dog, 2 cats, and 3 gerbils live in that house. Now notice, 1 modifies dog, 2 modifies cats, 3 modifies gerbils, and that is what kind of adjective is that? Yes, it is a demonstrative adjective modifying house. And then we have our conjunction, our verb, and our preposition. So just like we've been doing with the other kinds of adjectives, we are going to practice here, and I'm going to identify the numeral adjectives with the letters NA. And let's do some examples here. So the first man to walk on the moon was Neil Armstrong. So I'm going to go up here and look for nouns first. Probably need some space here. Moon is a noun. Man is a noun. Neil Armstrong is also a noun, but that is a special kind of noun. That is a proper noun, Neil Armstrong. Size this up. Make sure we size it up properly. Just about right, good. Neil Armstrong. So Neil Armstrong goes together there. Let's look at our verb, was. Well, guess what? Was is, if you said linking verb, you would be correct. So let's go with our linking verb symbol. A little bit smaller. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. A little bit bigger, there we go. The first man to walk on the moon was Neil Armstrong. Well, articles, don't have any here. Gonna have to go to my symbols. There we go, the. Forgot to copy that. Paste that. Okay. So the and the nouns. Now we have first, to walk, and on. Well, on is a word of relationship. I already have that one here. Call that a preposition. As where he walked. And to walk, is to a preposition? Well, no, it's not, because walk is a verb, and a verb coming after to usually tells us that that is an infinitive, a verbal. So we'll put our verbal there. Here we go. There you go. And now we have first, modifies man. You guessed it, that is our numeral adjective. So there is that one. So the first man to walk on the moon was Neil Armstrong. And the proper noun symbol goes over Neil and Armstrong there. Okay, so that is our first example. However, let's make sure we put that first is a numeral adjective. And if you remember, I believe that is an ordinal. Let's double check. Ordinal, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, etc. Correct. You ordered an ice cream cone with 4 scoops of triple nut fudge syrup. Dear Lord, there's a lot going on here, but do not despair. Let's start with our nouns. Cone, definitely a noun. Scoops is also a noun. You is not a noun, but syrup is a noun. You may say, well, what about nut and fudge? Those are nouns. Well, yes, sometimes they are, but in this sentence, they are doing a different job. What about ice and cream here? Aren't they nouns? Is it ice? Don't you see ice outside? Well, yes, but ice is doing a different job here. Let's look at you here. You is taking the place of a noun. That means it is a pronoun. Okay, and let's do our verb. Ordered is our verb. Without it, our sentence would read, you, an ice cream cone with 4 scoops of triple nut fudge. No idea what's going on there. Always have to have a verb. Always. All right. Do we have any articles? Yes, we do. An. All right. Ice cream, in this case, those are, do we have any descriptive adjectives? No, we don't. That's just regular old descriptive adjective. So we're going to have to go to our adjective symbols. Descriptive. Oh, every time I do that, it just cracks me up. Okay. Copy that one, paste it again. Being stubborn, aren't you? All right. A little bit smaller, too close to the verb, too close to the noun size, that is. All right. You ordered an ice cream cone with 4 scoops of triple nut fudge. Well, it looks like we have more descriptive adjectives. Triple, triple is not a descriptive adjective though. Nut is and fudge is. But triple, you guessed it, that is telling us a specific number. So that is a numeral adjective. And we also have 4 specific numbers. And we only have 2 words left. With, taking 4 scoops as the object, and of, taking triple nut fudge syrup. Words of relationship, that's right, preposition. Don't worry, kids, your sentences aren't going to be this long. I simply like doing this because I really like teaching you guys more advanced concepts along the way. All right, so there we have this sample. We have, you ordered an ice cream cone with 4 scoops of triple nut fudge syrup. I don't even know if triple nut fudge syrup exists, but for the purposes of this sentence, it definitely does. All right, let's move on to the next one. A single person can change the world. That is true. Many people have changed the world. Martin Luther King Jr., Julius Caesar, so many examples. World. Can change. Well, we know change is our verb. What about can? What is can here? If you think it's an auxiliary verb, you're right, because it is assisting change. Okay. Maybe scoot over a little bit, guys. Get a little room here. There we go. A single person can change the world. I need an article now. Got 2 articles here. a, and the. Okay, and single here is definitely my numeral adjective. So a single person can change the world. There you have it. You have your classic article, adjective, noun combination there. All right, the third person to walk in this restaurant today was Liam. All right, so let's find our verbs. Or I'm sorry, nouns. Okay. Person, restaurant. What about Liam? Liam is a noun, but it is a specific noun, which means it's a proper noun. So Liam, here you go, buddy. That's for you. Let's go find any pronouns here. No. Let's do our articles then. I always like doing nouns and pronouns and verbs first. The third person to walk into this restaurant today. All right, let's go to the third person to walk into this restaurant. It was. It looks like was is our verb. But we also have to walk here. We already did a to walk. Guess what? That's an infinitive. That is a present infinitive. Okay. This restaurant, this is demonstrative into, that is our preposition. Third, yes, guess what? That is our numeral adjective. Oh my gosh, I forgot my linking verb. How did I do that? My bad. My bad. All right. So the third person to walk into this restaurant today. Ooh. This is an adverb of time. My favorite. Good old adverb. There we go. The third person to walk into this restaurant today was Liam. And there you have it. That is our third example. Let's do one more. And get that out of here for now. All right. I won second place in the archery competition. Well, let's do one. Actually, is there any nouns? Place and competition. Okay. Can't have sentences without subjects and predicates. And won something. It takes an object, definitely not a linking verb. So I won. And then I, we know I, one of my favorites. I won. Looks like I need to do a little spacing here. A little bit more. Here we go. I won second place. So in this case, looks like second is our numeral adjective. We're getting the hang of this. Very specific. And archery. There we go. Archery is a sport. Isn't that a noun? Not in this case. It's modifying competition. Oh, I know. I forgot my article. This article is going to be articulus oratus here. Just like in Latin, just for a different reason. Oh, dear Lord. Shouldn't be doing that. All right. In is a word of relationship. I don't know why I always say prepositions for last. Maybe it's because they are a little bit more difficult sometimes. Got to know the difference between prepositions and adverbs. And you got to know the difference between prepositions, the word to when it comes with an infinitive and when it is a preposition. So I won second place in the archery competition. There you have it. So these are our samples. Let's go look at all the work we did. So the first man to walk on the moon was Neil Armstrong. First was a numeral adjective. Here, I got a lot of work to do. This was for, numeral adjective, triple, numeral adjective. Are there any other special adjectives? I kind of feel bad for the descriptive adjectives because we're not going to label them, and actually, no, I don't feel that bad. All right, so a single person can change the world. Single, that is a numeral adjective. Okay. Will be the third person to walk into this restaurant. So third is a numeral adjective. This is a demonstrative adjective. Okay. Oh, what happened here? Let's see what happens. Oh, I see what happens. I see what happened. It's all right. Just move these guys down. Hey guys, come on down. You're the next contestant on Numeral Adjective Grammar with Mr. Adam. All right. Second is a numeral adjective, and I think that's the only one. Let's go double check our work. So first numeral, for numeral, triple numeral, single numeral, third numeral, this descriptive, second numeral. We're not doing descriptive adjectives. Okay, so there is that. All right, so what you guys see here will be your follow-up work. So I will be posting this both in Google Docs and as a PDF. So do 5 sentences below. Get it? If you print this out, use colored pencils and label all the parts of speech. Write the numeral adjectives and the label NA, numeral adjective, under or next to each sentence. Since you now know the demonstrative adjective and the indefinite adjective, you can label those with DA and IA. So here's our example. Every person receives 2 of these donuts. Oh no, I messed up. 2 here is definitely not a numeral adjective. This, 2 of these donuts. This, I think, is going to be a noun. You receive 2. This is where, actually, you know what? This might be a numeral pronoun. Let's double check here. I may have found something that I need to study more. And that just goes to show, kids, that Mr. Adam needs to study. So I'm going to go here and talk about a numeral pronoun, even though I have not yet figured this out. There may be an addendum to this video, but I do think this is either a pronoun 2, standing in for 2 of something, or I think it's a noun. But it's definitely, in this case, not an adjective, because 2 of something, this tells me this is not just an adjective. It's doing more work than an adjective does, doing a different job. So that's my bad. No worries there. Even Mr. Adam makes mistakes, kids. So I'm going to check this out. And if I have to make an addendum video or put a disclaimer here below, then I will. And that just goes to show. Maybe I was right all along. Who knows? But I'm excited to look out or do some research and find out what's going on with that one. Give you a little preview here. 2 squids swam behind that rock. I ate 3 pieces of pizza and a few potato chips. I ordered a single scoop of frozen yogurt at the yogurt stand. Each student will swim 1 lap in the swimming pool, and we narrowly escaped 4 falling rocks yesterday. There you have it. So I'm going to check this out with 2 here. That is something I want to think about. And thank you all for listening. The numeral adjectives are a lot of fun, and I'll get this posted for you, and make sure you do your follow-up. Thanks, kids. Bye.